What's going on, YouTube? Got another knife review here for you. Today we're going to be looking at the Kingdom Armory David Rydbom. This is a mid-tech folder offering called the Mini Samaritan. This is a knife that is modeled after David's custom Samaritan. And you see it's got a very interesting design that from the get-go when I saw this knife, I knew that I always wanted to have one in my collection. And it's a really incredible knife. The thing that drew me to the Samaritan design was really just how big that blade was, and how low that belly of the knife drops down below the handle. So you see, like for draw cuts and whatnot, it's just really easy on the hand. He's got a knife called the Bob the Butcher folder, which is even drops even further down, and it's like a butcher knife style. It's got a flat edge, kind of like a Warncliffe, but it falls so far down. I've never handled one before, but this one with the belly, you can see how easy draw cuts, or the angle that you have for cutting is very easy. And so he offered a smaller version of that, a compact version that's going to fit the pocket maybe a little bit better, and in some senses compete with knives like Small Sebenza, the Strider PT, which I don't own anymore, but the Hinder XM 3-inch, and then I don't know if it really compares. I mean, this one I brought up because it's kind of has a similar belly, not quite. It's a little flatter belly, doesn't go quite as low as a Samaritan, but you can kind of see a little bit of similarity there. And then of course you have the Sebenza large, and then the Techno right here. But just very different blade profiles, but also very, in my mind, like very usable blade profile. When you measure or match up the handles to be kind of straight here, lined up with each other, again, you see how low, I'm not trying to exaggerate this, this handle is straight. This is how you would hold it in your hand, but see how low that belly goes, beyond this angle, or this parallel line of all these handles right here. So this one I feel like is a little bit too much right there. This is typically how you'd hold it. So the belly on all these knives, or the edge of these knives, aren't going to touch down quite so low as the Samaritan would. Here, even on the custom Samaritan, if you can get that in frame, you can see how low that goes, beyond that angle that you're holding the knife at. I hope that makes sense. So, but anyway, a little bit about the Samaritan. This one is featuring titanium handles, titanium clip, steel standoffs, S30V steel double thumb lugs on here. Nice functional jimping as well. And then you just got like a flat, flats here, all stone wash, and then a flat grind on the primary bevel, and then a nice swedge on the blade as well. So it's very thick blade stock for such a small blade. You see how, almost kind of like sniper blade works, not quite as thick, but it's got a pretty stout tip for such a small knife. One thing also to note about, I'm not sure if this is true of all of David's knives, but at least for the Samaritans, they do feature a pivot bushing, kind of like the Sebenza 21s. So it's not, in my opinion, it's not as smooth as, say, a Sebenza. You don't get that hydraulic feel that you do on a Sebenza, but at the same time, it's pretty smooth. You're able to flick it out, even a knife this small, and it's very capable. No side to side whatsoever, or up and down blade play on this knife. So he's got his, I think what he calls dragon skin pattern on the bolster. So it's kind of like a faux bolster on both sides here that works its way into the lock bar as well. So also kind of a nice feature. You know, some people might love it, some people might hate it. For me, I'm kind of, could go either way, you know. So this one is also the version 1. He's got a version 2 version that has G10 scales or carbon fiber scales. So he does offer those as well. I'm actually not quite up to date on whether or not he's still offering these knives. I think they're still available at numerous websites as well. So you can definitely check them out if you're interested in this knife. So anyway, that's a really quick take of my thoughts on the Mini Samaritan. Overall, I think it's a really great knife. A cool offering from David. But I do like the custom a lot more. This knife is amazing and it's incredibly smooth. Just absolutely not there, of course, but flips out so easily on that bushing. So anyway, that's my quick take on the Kingdom Armory Mini Samaritan. I'll have a review on this one later on down the road. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys on the next vid. Take care. Bye.